Mr. Nicky Bai, a very young man who works in the travel industry. He is a customer service officer in the travel industry. So let's hear from a young man now.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming down. Really appreciate your efforts, because we are Singapore. So without further ado, maybe I will, proceed with my speech today. So, 大家下午好. Good afternoon to everyone. Selamat petang. Vanakkam. Thank you for coming down. Before we start, I just want you to do something very special. Because being Singaporean, sometimes we might be really conservative. So I just want you to turn to your neighbors and give them a pat on the back or shake their hands and say, thank you for coming down. Thank you for your bravery. Shall we just do it? Thank you very much for your support. Okay, the title of my topic today is, are we xenophobic? So, well, recently this term xenophobic has came in, so they've been using it again and again and again. So today I think I just want to share my opinions regarding it. But first and foremost, I would like to clarify. I actually spoke to Gilbert, so initially I was very apprehensive. But after hearing what Mary said, I felt so much more assured. Thank you, Mary. And yeah, so today the event is actually called protest, so against anti-immigration policy. But I think I would want to put it in another light. I feel it's technically not a protest because are we marching, taking flags? No, we are not doing that. I mean, as citizens, are we entitled to our opinions? Can I hear something from you? Okay, thank you very much. That's a very loud yes. I feel as citizens, we are not protesters, we are shareholders of this country. 我们是国家的主人翁. So we have our rights, right? So, okay, maybe let me quote you an example. How many of you stay in HDB flats? Raise up your hands. I think most of us, 90%. Okay, so if you are living in a 3-room flat, let me just ask you this question, okay? You have 5 people in your family, so let's just say one day your father said, okay, I'm going to have another 5 people to come to stay in the house. Will you, I have to use this word, KPKB? Definitely, right? So you won't be happy, right? So I ask you again, I mean, if you have more people, that means discomfort and you are squeezing into the small pigeonhole. So is this xenophobic? No, right? So we are entitled to our opinions, and I think we are uncomfortable with being packed like sardines every day in trains. So, well, definitely people are unhappy, am I right? All right. So, okay, I mean, maybe moving on to my next point is that there is a Chinese saying, 一种米养百种人. So I'm sure most of you all understand this meaning. Okay, for English, it means one kind of rice feeds hundreds kind of people. We have good people, bad people, ugly people around all over the world. We are not exactly against anti-immigration policy or whatsoever, but I think the major concern of Singaporeans is that we embrace the good ones. However, in light of recent events, we do not condone bad behavior. Am I right? So there are certain sectors that require foreigners, let's face it. So construction workers, cleaners, F&B service sector. I mean, we truly appreciate their help because in certain sectors, we really need them. But however, it is really jobs like PMETs that is really affecting Singaporeans. That, for certain level jobs, do you think Singaporeans are up to the mark? Can they do it? Do we really need to have more people to compete for the jobs? So I think my concern is that we need to have, certain protection for our local workers in order to move forward this country. So I think we have to put up a logical basis that we are not against foreigners for certain jobs, but rather in some of the jobs which should give priority to Singaporeans. Thank you very much. Once again, I would like to clarify that we are not against people. We are, I use the word unhappy with certain policies. So, thank you. But some of you come here, you all might wonder, you know, why should we be against this and that, you know? How does it affect me? Well, a lot of my cousins and relatives and friends, they say, it doesn't matter who rules the country or whatsoever. But then they say, I don't care about all these policies or whatsoever. But the point is that I began to ask them, okay, if you are a student, are you concerned about if you have a place in university? Will you be concerned about that after you finish your A-levels or whatsoever? And as a working adult, are you concerned about your job security? As an elderly, are you concerned about your retirement? That's the question I pose to them. They go, they cannot answer me. I say, like it or not, you don't like, you might not care about the policies, sorry, but the policies affect you. So you don't come tell me and say, it doesn't matter, it matters. And as Singaporeans, I think it's high time we put a stand to these issues and take more consideration and attention to what is happening around us. We don't care about the policies, but they affect us, like it or not. And last but not least, I would like to share with you, I think the purpose of my message today is unity is strength. So when we were young, our grandparents or parents, whatever, they teach us this story. One chopstick, you break. But if you are united, the chopsticks won't break. So I hope that the Singapore spirit will not be broken, and today's message is not about protest or whatsoever. Rather, keep the spirit strong, keep the Singapore spirit going, stand as one as Singaporeans. Give that man a big hand. All right. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate your attendance. Thank you.